Welcome to Cannabis School. I'm your host, Jesse Angeles.
And I'm Brandon Elder.
And we're here to talk to you about everything pertaining to cannabis, from vape,
flower,
edibles,
strains,
and everything in between. All right, hey everybody, welcome back. It's another Tuesday. Way excited. Cool excitement is that we're in video.
Yeah, welcome to our second official time of fully video.
Yeah, we're excited going through this process, and we appreciate your guys' patience as we're trying to transition into this. So this has been really fun, and we're really excited. Yeah, it's super cool. And I mean, real quick, before we go any further, we got some Patreon shout outs. We're so grateful for you guys being able to support us and, help us to reach the...
How many? 420 supporters is what we're going for.
420. So
yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
Right now, we wanted to give a shout out to Nathan and Aaron on Patreon supporting the show.
Hey guys, thank you so much.
And yeah, so this week.
Yeah, we're getting into something that, look, the man upstairs said you can eat anything you want. Anything. Except from that tree.
Like, let's be honest. If you see a tree that has a fruit on it, are you going to be eating that, or are you going to be eating pussy all day?
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa.
What?
Well, I mean, beyond that, I'm just thinking you can't tell your kids to not do something.
Oh,
look,
no.
You can do whatever you want, but you know what? It's around fruit, but it's not just any fruit. Brandon, what are we talking about today?
Oh, we're talking about that sweet forbidden fruit.
Forbidden fruit. Forbidden fruit could have been like anything, right? Been like that older girl up the street who was a little naughtier than everybody else. And so everybody's just like, look, she's forbidden fruit. Like, it just sounds sweeter.
Yeah. You want what you can't have?
That's only when you're young, but when you get older and you find that one, don't be messing that up. You know, that stay away from it. It's not forbidden fruit. It's just unripened fruit. Yeah. It's disgusting.
Fruit's going to cause problems.
Yeah, you're going to have diarrhea.
But this, actually, this strain was a indica dominant hybrid.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest, I don't like floral flavors.
Yeah, it has those almost like rose hips, if you will, of these weird, I don't know, it's like it's trying to be a fruit, but it's not.
Now, we had it in a cartridge, though,
yeah,
with an extract.
Haven't had it in flower.
The flower's supposed to have a lot more like tropical fruits, piney notes,
well, that's the thing,
earthy
too.
tones.
Even with, I feel that when somebody goes like, oh man, this strain, this berry strain, sweet strain, I gotta tell you, it's really hard for me to taste those notes. I can smell them, but I don't taste them. But in a concentrate, I can taste it slightly. It's because my nose is smelling it. So because you're not getting the smoke, that's where I think you get the flavors a little bit, or at least the senses.
It does take
better.
a while.
Right.
Ooh, it does take a while getting used to the, like, if you're actually igniting it, flame to flower, to get the flavors. Because a lot of it's just, I taste burning plant, and that takes a while to actually acquire that taste to pick out notes. But if you have a vaporizer or an extract, it can be so much easier to get the flavors.
It really is. It's a lot smoother, easier. And going to that one, I mean, just so when you're saying burning plant, like, recently, I roll a joint for myself and for my wife at night, and it is by far, always flower first. That's great. But the extract, especially with this one, it is a indica dominant, but it almost hits very strangely. I don't know how to quite say it. I mean, it does move a little bit. I don't know. I mean, what was your experience?
So it was a very smooth pull, smooth experience, but that floral thing, I can't dig it. It's not my jam.
Why is that?
I don't like the flavors of it. I love the smell of flowers, but I don't like the taste of flowers. So for me, I would prefer something decently skunky, piney, lemony, anything aside from the floral.
Yeah.
But as far as the experience goes, I had to keep puffing on it just to try and see what the experience was.
Hmm.
It started in my head,
Yeah.
and not crazy like over cerebral or anything.
No,
Just
just kind of heavy.
hmm and then from there, I felt it settled more in my body. So um, it can leave new users, I think, quite couch locked, though.
Yeah, and I will say, I mean, I used quite a bit of it one evening. I was trying to go to sleep. I could not sleep, and being more of an indica dominant, that's what I use it for. But um, I had and it may sound weird to some, but I had a hangover experience from it. I still felt almost high, but not really. Almost an annoying, like, imagine this. You've got a toddler freaking throwing every kind of fit imaginable in a room that echoes, right?
Ooh,
But at the
no.
same time, you're on morphine because you just got out of surgery. So you're feeling like really relaxed, but also very annoyed. That's what I felt like the next day. Very weird.
That's super weird.
Never had that before.
I've had second day high, but that has been a long time
Hmm.
since I've had that type of one. Now, this strain itself, the THC is like low to mid 20s.
Right?
So it's not really very high, but it does have quite a big terpene profile.
Yeah. And I think that's probably why those effects, and that's another thing for you guys to remember. It's not always about the percentage.
Yeah, the high THC doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have the best experience.
Nope.
This one has like myrcene, limonene, and linalool are the most three prevalent found
Oh,
terpenes, and the list from that goes on even longer.
right. I can imagine. So, I mean, the great thing about this was it didn't take long to kick in for me, but it sounds like it did for you.
Yeah, it was a little bit more delayed feeling for me, um, which is surprising because the genetics of this one are like cherry pie and tangy,
Wow.
both amazing strains.
Yeah, on their own.
Yeah, and so I would love to get this one in flower as well because I don't think the cart quite did it justice.
No, and I mean that's like a conversation that we had recently with the guest is talking about like the differences between the quality of concentrates and why people create them the way that they do. It still doesn't matter. It sucks because we're trying to get everything we can out of something really easy to be able to take with us. I love carts. Carts are a love hate.
Yeah, super convenient.
Oh,
They go really fast.
super fast.
Only can reach that barrier, like can't get above it.
Yeah, it's very strange, but in this cart form, I have to go with Brandon on this. It wasn't as nice as I would like it. The floral scent really turned me off. It always reminds me of like some old lady's house or a rosary. Have
Yeah.
you ever smelled a rosary?
Like,
Do you know like the Catholics have?
no, what is that
So,
supposed to smell like?
well, it actually smells like roses, like the one I was given. When I was in the Navy, I had a fiance. She was very Catholic, and she was just like, "Oh, you need to take this with you." Always looked like I had like a pack of chew right in my pocket, so much that and
Did it keep you safe?
I was young and stupid. I mean, it wasn't even that. It was just like take this talisman to protect you against evil spirits, I guess. And I have that, and it smelled awful. I hate the smell of roses. Dried roses, regular roses, they're a beautiful plant. They just smell like ass to me.
There's a lot better smelling flowers, to be sure. In
Absolutely.
my perspective as well, my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah, but it's just not there. And that really turned me off on the concentrate side. On the plant side, it may be a little bit better, especially with those. I mean, the terpene profiles just to be able to add in to make that smell, the flavonoids and everything. Oh,
Emily really liked that one.
really?
Yeah, I used enough to feel like I could do an honest review on it. And past that, I was like, here you go.
No.
Because she tried it and she's like, oh, I really like that. All right, you can have that.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
is all yours.
Steph didn't like it. She
Yeah,
was
it's
okay with it.
interesting flavor. The experience wasn't bad. It was
No.
just I don't like the flavor of it.
And that's hard to get past that part with the flavor because ugh, you don't want to take another hit.
Which is weird because I smoke burning plant. Like,
But I mean, it's at a certain point, right, where you're able to smell those differences. You can taste the differences within the plant. Plus, it's the intent that you have. I mean, what are you trying to get out of that plant? What are some of the things that people have reported on it? Do you feel the same way?
most of them are like sleepy, relaxed, hungry, happy, and euphoric. So, and I would say I did feel that. The experience was, it aligned with that. It was a good feeling. I just, that is the biggest thing for me.
I would call this a lazy strain. And the reason why is so I have horrible ADHD, at least in certain parts. I mean, people go, oh, what do you like? Blah, blah. No, I mean, I'm not like that. It's just my mind is always going, and that's the difficult part. But the difficult part with this strain and being that person, ADHD people are freaking they're famously knowing of being habitual procrastinators. And I will procrastinate the shit out of everything, not with intent. It's just I get so distracted. But this strain made me feel like, fuck it. I guess I'll do it maybe when I can. I just didn't care. I was just, and maybe that's what you were looking for. Maybe you need that, like, I've got so much shit in my life that I cannot deal with it. And maybe that's what it is. I pull it out when shit is like fucking bad.
It's used for pain, stress, anxiety, depression, insomnia, and migraines. So that makes sense. You know, when it's a little, life can be a little heavy sometimes.
Ugh.
And so, you know, maybe you need a little forbidden fruit. The flower sounds delicious, honestly.
It does. It really does. And I mean, I've watched a couple reviews, people smelling it, they're like, wow, this is like really like, they definitely get the floral hints, but you're getting mangoes and some citrus notes.
Yeah.
And that's really cool.
Talks about a lot more earthy, piney, and like tropical fruit scents.
Yeah, real dank smell coming from it. I can almost imagine what it smells like right now, just based upon the trope. That's some weird shit, bro. That as much stuff as we've learned, and the terpenes and everything, you start even thinking about it. You get the smell. So I mean, do your homework too, guys, and you'll start smelling things like that.
Smell your strains.
Smell your strain, and really try to get as much as you can from it. I mean, honestly, it makes you appreciate the plant more. But it's when you are using, I mean, hey, if you're just using cannabis to get high, more power to you. More power to you, right? There's a difference between people who drink, beer and wine. There's a huge difference. Huge difference. But, if you go in with intent, you get a lot more out of it.
Well, yeah. And even if your intent is just to get high, maybe that is because it's been a long ass day at work or a long ass day at home, and you just need a minute to disconnect, or 30, 40 minutes while your high comes down.
Yeah, it is good. Wouldn't recommend it in a cart.
Yeah, I mean, Emily likes it. So for, I think, particular people, particular tastes.
If you're into like
floral notes.
Yeah, I mean, if that's your jam.
See, and that's just it. She'll drink like lavender teas and things like that, whereas that lavender floral notes in a tea, I still don't like.
No.
But I can drink a million other types of tea, just not that. I just don't like the notes.
No, I mean it turned me off as far as the cart goes, but again, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, we got to really they're really pretty looking nugs though.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, like light green, deep purples all over this one. And they had like tons of these orange hairs just dancing all over it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dusted in trichomes.
Oh
Every
yeah.
picture of this strain is, it looks amazing. So, there is a review that I did find on this solid indica. It says, strong indica for sure, with amazing fruity scents. Feels like you've been covered in a nice blanket and can calmly relax and fall asleep. Great for melting into your couch and getting lost in music. Bad for being even remotely productive or anything social. So, this person was hitting what I was hoping to have.
That's what I got.
Oh,
That's exactly what I got because I was not in the mood, and I am by far a people person. I love being around people. I love interacting with people, but nope, I don't want to be around anybody. I mean, my wife was in the room, but she was on her phone. And I was like, cool, because I didn't want to talk. It just wasn't for me. And I mean, there's parts of it that were awesome, but a lot of it, I was like, man.
yeah. I don't feel like it. Well, it is commonly reported to give you hungry munchies.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
I was a little hungry on that one. Not like other strains, but it was decent.
thanks for tuning in this week.
Yeah. Hey, guys, thanks so much. And again, go and support us over there on Patreon. We are trying to hit our number 420 supporters to be able to make this even better. I mean,
Get new mics, better camera
oh,
setup.
that'd be sweet. But more importantly, being able to develop better content for you guys. We've got a lot of plans. We want to be able to bring it to you. We're getting there when we can. So, hey guys, again, appreciate you. Look forward to us next week.